today. Oh, y'all. Had to make it. I almost didn't. Again, man. I did my bathroom. We finished it, meaning knocking the walls down and stuff. Me and my son. And I got bruises. Look at that. Man, that is some hard work. I ain't never did no major project like that. Now I just gotta see what the next steps are. Goodness. What's up? And then I'm looking raggedy, so and I just woke. I took a nap. We went out to eat after. And yeah. Hey, who just popped in? How are you? Oh gosh, I know I can't see out of that. Hey, what up? How you doing? I'm gonna get right to you in a minute here. I almost did not make it, but I was like, nah, I said I didn't make it yesterday because I was tired. As soon as I got off work, I went right to the bed and I went to sleep with the light on. And my son must have turned it off. I still had all my clothes on. Hey, what's up? I'm gonna say hey to you in a minute. Whoever that is. Low boy, what's up? I ain't heard from you in a while. How are you? I ain't heard from you. Where you been? I remember seeing you before. I'm glad you stopped in. I got some topics. I'm missing a nail. They all press on though. What's up? Hey, low boy, where you coming in at? Make sure I can see. Honey, I am so, oh my God. I wrote this stuff down today. Oh, hey, how are you guys? How are you? Oh yeah, Anthony is you. Hey, what's up? What you gaming? Are you gaming? Hey, whoever's on, how you doing? Look, I got some topics. I'm gonna try to stick to this. I'm gonna read some of y'all stuff, but I'm trying to do something different. I don't know if I'm a be able to do it because I like to interact too. Hey, what's up? 2016. What's going on with you? How was y'all day? Where y'all coming in at? I had Anthony, what's how the grandbaby doing? What? You had a light stroke 3 days ago and I just got home from the hospital. What? Who called it? What? Anthony, are you okay? Man, glad you wasn't flying the plane, huh? Baby, I told my son you better watch it. Let me get me some aspirin up in here since you done said that. You done, babe. Oh, we got somebody naughty up in here. I'm doing good. Got somebody knock. What's up? Where y'all coming in at? Thank you. I'm low energy today because I am so tired today. What's up? Where y'all coming in at? Y'all, you got okay. Let me get on up into this now. I'm finna do what I do here or try to do what I do. Okay, I'm doing something different. Oh my God, Setkofa, where have well, like, not like I can really see you, but it's so nice that you stopped in. I am doing good. I was just saying I was doing my bathroom and I am so tired. Me and my son did it. We started at 12 though. We just got back from eating and stuff. So we finished the whole bathroom, meaning knocked the walls down, and now we got to get this other stuff. Then I got scars here. But I'm so glad he said, "Hey, how are you guys doing? What's up? I'm glad you are well." Yeah, thank God for it was so I did not know Tile is a mother. I start streaming at 10 o'clock. I'm normally on Fridays, but I just did a Saturday. If I miss a Friday, I'm gonna do a Saturday. And I almost didn't make it because I'm so tired, but I don't want to keep doing that. And I always update people in the community. So you're well, you're staying up tonight, or you just dropping in to say, hey, I'm so glad to see you on here. Is your wife okay? How is she, if you don't mind? When I tell you, it is tile is something. This is my first big project though. So I mean, I did my foundation. My neighbor helped me with that, but I did most of it, and I was proud of myself to doing that. But yeah, this is the first one because we had a when we got the house, it was a whirlpool in here, so I hated that thing. Those things are not the best, and they're hard to keep clean. And I never did get a chance to use it anyway, so then I just want it out. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, good. That's good to hear. Y'all, you know what, Sankofa? Did you hear about that lady getting pulled over? I'm gonna start with this one first. Because I'm trying to do something different on her, Sankofa. And I'm glad to hear your wife is fine. Did you hear about that lady that got pulled over and she didn't have no have her arm? And the popo said, I saw you on the phone. He pulled her over because he said she was on the phone, right? And so he was like, I pulled you over because I saw you on your phone with your right hand. And she was like, what? Are you sure? And he was like, what's up with basketball? I don't know nothing. I don't really pay attention to basketball. If that's the season, I don't really pay attention to it. But anyway, so he pulls her over. He knew he could not even say, hey, I'm in the wrong here. And the lady had no hand. And he gave her a ticket. He could not even sit up there and say, you know what, ma'am, I'm sorry. I know I'm so sorry that I did this to you. He continued, but you know what, Sankofa? He ended up canceling the ticket when it came time for her to go to the court. Did you see that? He ended up canceling the ticket out, like saying, nah, he didn't want to go to court because he was going to be embarrassed because this lady didn't have none but one hand when she pulled that arm up. It ain't funny, but she was like, what? Are you sure that's what you saw? Are you sure? Oh my God, this is so funny. And he was like, she said, you didn't. You're still gonna give me this ticket, right? I don't know what is going on. Let me see what I put on there. He could not admit that he was in the wrong. That's the part that got me on that. Okay. Now, y'all, I'm about to tell you this other one here. But I gotta show you this scripture because I don't know if and I'm not saying, hey, read the Bible. That is not what I'm saying here. What I'm about to do is show y'all this scripture that you probably ain't never saw that and I'm about to bring up a topic. That's why I'm about to tell you this part here. And I'm not trying to bring no scripture up in here, but I'm about to tell you. So I read this guy book right here. Okay. This was like one of my books that I really liked, when I was really trying to get to my awakening, right? Now, this book, in this particular one, he talks about a storyteller. Yes, I know he was crazy. Did he say something about hand of God? You didn't. Wait a minute, let me go back. I know. I know. Wait a minute, before I even get on there, I should let y'all respond to that, huh? Yes, he sat up there, and you know what, Sankofa? What he did was he sat in that car. He sat in there and he sat because he knew he was wrong. You can see him in the background where he's just. I mean, like they showed. You can see the dashboard, but you can see him sitting there like, should I get this lady this ticket? But he could not say, "Hey, ma'am, I'm sorry." Baby. But when she pulled that arm up, I said, these people that lost their mind. This man got everybody crazy. Got everybody crazy. Yeah, he a psycho. No telling what he done did to people. And yeah, I bet you he do still have a job. I bet you he do. It's so crazy. I told you what he did when he went to, well, when the, I guess she took it to court, meaning like she was gonna do the stand in front of a judge and everything. And then he canceled. He was just like, let's throw this ticket out. Baby, he should have thrown it out. He should have. To a disabled person. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is he doing? Like, she looked so nice. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? But that's what you get when that arrogance. People do not like to admit. All you got to do is admit and leave people alone. Leave people alone. Now I'm about to go to this other topic here. Now I showed you that book, Sankofa. Now this was like one of my books that helped me when he I just really liked this book. And I liked him and Sarah's story actually. Uh what's her name? Sarah Jacobs Robert or something like that. Sarah, I'm sorry, Sarah. I know your name. I just don't know how you pronounce your last name. But anyway, he was on an interview, and let me tell you what he said that got me. He said that broke people in the church. Okay? Now just listen to this. Sir, the reason why people are broke in the church is because you tell them to give until it hurts. They tell the people to give until it hurts, and people sitting up in the church broke. And I'm like, how could he sit up here and say this? Now, when I bought this book, the man was not that arrogant. Now he done went to a whole nother level. He has went to a whole nother level. I just wanted you to see the picture of the guy. That's what I wanted to do. That's why I brought up his deal, because he used to be so like, he used to be so like he was not like he was personable, like he was so real, but in a way where you could understand what he was trying to say. And so now this man done got, to me, from the last videos that I've seen of him, he done got so freaking arrogant. Yes, he is a pastor. I think he is still a pastor. I don't think he's an ex-pastor. He's TD Jake's daughter's husband. That's who it is. TD Jake's daughter's husband. But you know what? They tell people to give until it hurts. And so he got up there and he was like, he said, he knew he shouldn't have said it. He was like, and broke people in the church. And all you got to do is do this. You know, I'm like, this man is tripping. If it was that easy, people wouldn't be up in the church like that. And the church be on some stuff anyway. But anyway, let me show you this scripture right here because they don't tell you this. They tell people to give until it hurts, right? So on here, it says, now this is, I'm just telling you what they don't tell you, okay? Because my whole thoughts have really changed on a whole lot of stuff. But if you go to 2 Corinthians and 8, and it tells you how to give. It says, for if 2 Corinthians 8, starting at 12, for if there is first a willing mind, it is accepted according to what one has and not according to what he does not have. That's what you really supposed to be given for if you were to do that. For I did not mean that others should be eased and you burdened, but by the equality that knows at this time your abundance may supply their lack. So, in other words, you can read on to that because I ain't gonna get all into the Bible on here, but it tells you to give what you have. But they done told people to just give until it hurts, honey. That's all I heard. But nobody ever broke that scripture down until I went to this online church from Alabama. Baby, that pastor was he was such a good man. And he didn't have people to just, give 10% because they tell you to give that 10%, right? My mind changed so much about stuff that I heard. Pastor that. Yeah, said Coach. He did lock the door. He locked the door. Said, "Who was that? Was that Who was that? Was that Sap? I think that was Marvin Sap. Let me be respectful here. I think that was Marvin Sap, Pastor Marvin Sap. Baby, he locked them doors. You be like, what is going on? At this point, I don't know, Sankofa. I don't know. I was just watching uh Dawson Speak. I don't know if you ever watched Dawson Speak channel, but Dawson he get the pastors, he get them. And so this particular pastor, he is messing with little boys. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know. We all been brainwashed. Tell you the truth. And you have to fight your way. If you have been in that setting, you will find that stuff that was told to you is all, not all, some, but not all. Hey, what's up? Hannah, what's going on? Yeah, they need the money. Sankofa, I am telling you, that man was not that bad. He did not used to be that bad, but he got arrogant with it. He was like broke church people. They are broke because you are sitting up there tricking them. They manipulate people. It is sad. It is so sad. How you doing, Hannah? What's going on with you? Where you coming in at? It is a mess. Hey, Ryan, what's up? Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm looking rugged and raggedy today, but all right, I'll take it. I will take it. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, Sankofa, what you think about and Hannah and Ryan? What do you guys think about the Kevin Hart situation? Sankofa, I gotta hear what you gotta say on this. Because you know what, I'm really disappointed that I'm really disappointed in the melanin men response to this. Not all, because I love a couple people that said some stuff about it, but the melanin men that are, that are well to do, I guess, they're like, oh, that's nothing. They're like, oh, that's not this is what they do. And I'm like, y'all just being played. They getting you to think that this is okay to talk like they did. Did you see that Sankofa? Because I could not believe that. And hey, who just came in? How y'all doing? And thank you, Ryan. We are talking about Kevin Hart. Did you hear about that? What Kevin Hart said? I mean, he said a whole, not Kevin Hart. Let's get that correct. What he did not do is what I have a problem with. What he did not do when he was at the roast. Oh, dang. Look it up next time. Next Friday, I'll be on and look at it. Look at it. Oh, we got somebody on her naughty. But anyway, I think that it's just another way to sneak stuff in and what you allow. I just don't never talk to people like that. I don't talk to people meaning like I'm not finna play that R card with you. I ain't playing that R card with nobody. Correct. Correct, Sankofa. Correct. And I did not know. Did you know that Cheryl Underwood's husband had committed that? I don't want to say it on her, but did you know Cheryl Underwood husband had committed what he committed to himself? I did not know that. And I'm like, what? I wonder how long ago was that? And another thing, let me see who just said that, because you don't get your little raggedy butt up off of her. Oh, Melanie, you got to go. Baby, you don't come over here talking like that. You better get your little ass somewhere else, honey. Cause you need to find your channel. Girl, go find your channel. Get your butt away from over here. So yeah, I am too. I am too. I think she is so sweet. I think she is so, she just seems like she has like this nice but funny and will curse you out. Yeah. Yes. 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 It's wild. It's just so wild. And her how she responded that last little part. I didn't see all of it. I just seen like little parts, the parts that I needed to see. Because I'm really not a Kevin Hart's fan. I'm really not a Kevin Hart's fan. I don't even know if I've ever laughed at a joke. I think he was he on, not Why Did I Get Married? He was on, what was he? I don't even know what he was on. What did I see him play in? What did Kevin Hart play? I don't know if I've never heard them. Like, I don't know. They're from the Dollar Tree. Are they? Maybe I can't even say I'm gonna watch it. I can't even give him no props. And you know why I can't give him no props, Sankofa? Is because when he was on the Breakfast Club, I saw enough of that clip to see how he felt. And what they don't know is how they used to do us, like you know what they do is they get the dummies. So what they do is they get the ones that are not aware of what's happening, and then they just they run amok of them because they're not paying attention, because they're so used to They it's all about the money for them. It ain't even really about, okay, let me see how this is harming other people. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I remember him. I don't think it was funny, but I remember him, Nelly, and so I don't even like Nelly. I never watched that show. It was remember, I think Alan Thicke or Robin Thicke, when they used to have that little back in the day bro sitcom or something. He does not come across as a B1 guy to me. Let me tell you, I don't know. You know what? Now that you say that, I can definitely see that because of how he responded in the Breakfast Club. He was so arrogant. I'm like, he is. I ain't gonna even. Well, I made a short about him anyway. About I was like, this guy is a whole mess. You can tell, and I think it has something to do with that. How I think it has something to do with that. Now he may have money, and I think he is addicted to money too. That's what I think. I mean, Cat Williams pretty much said everything. What you saying? You saying the same thing I'm saying? It was the cat. What? Look at that. I hadn't even looked up here, and then we talked about Cat Williams. Okay, let me see. If it was a Cat Williams roast and the same thing happened, then I would have a problem. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I will not watch anything of that guy. I don't even really pay attention to his stuff anyway. Hey, who else on here? Thank you for coming in. Let me see who else I had on here. Oh, you know what? Sankofa, tell me if you heard this right here. You got anything else to say about Kevin Hart? Let me tell you about this one here. Did you hear about Gayle? Gayle is still tripping off of what her husband did to her. I mean, her ex-husband. I mean, why did she keep bringing that up? I don't know, but I can kind of see why she could. Okay, let me see what you say. Yeah, Gayle King. Gayle King. Okay, so I don't know if you saw this one, but with Gayle King, she she just talking. She went on somebody's podcast, right? And somebody was like, well, why did she come on to a melanin podcast? Or why did she come on to a melanin podcast? And so she's still talking about when she caught her ex-husband. Now, this has been years. She's still talking about when she caught her ex-husband with one of her friends. Now, I could see her being upset, okay? But at some point, when is you gonna get over this? Like, this was years and years and years ago. But let me bring you to the point. Now, I must say, I do this, and it's only, and I can talk about this stuff too, but it's only because when it comes to my ex-husband, I think like, look at this joker right here. Now he's sitting up here doing this for this person, and then do that for me. You do, you do, but I can laugh about it. I be like, he did what? He let her what? I do. And then I laugh about it, and my son laugh, and I be like, I know he didn't just let her what? So I can kind of see what Gail is talking about too. You do kind of, and I think it's more so you do that when you don't have anybody, and that's what I think she do. She just bring up some old stuff that still hurt her. It still hurt her when you can sit up there and you can bring it and you can tell how she feel. She feel it all over again. That's what they used to say. I think they're just. I think somebody made a point. I don't know if it was today or something I heard where somebody said sometimes people don't understand how real friends are. Real friends. I know somebody that's got a really good friend, and they've been friends since high school. And sometimes when you ain't never had a friend like that, you don't understand the closeness. So I think her and Gayle have just a great friendship. And you know what else? Um, Gayle, when Gayle didn't have no money, Oprah used to pay for her daycare. Oprah did a lot for her. That is a true friend. One day last summer, I had asked somebody to help me with, just start me off on doing some work on my outside house. And so he was saying, a friend, he was like, where's your friends? He wasn't saying it to be funny or anything. He was saying it we were talking about people just having friends, right? And he said, if you had a friend, your friend would be right over here right now helping you. He wasn't saying, I didn't take it in a funny kind of way or a mean kind of way. He was just giving an example of how friends are. And friends will, help you when you need help. And so that was the point. And I think that when you ain't never had a friend like that, because most of us haven't, you won't understand. Maybe that could be the case. She is too old. That could be the case. I don't know, but I'm just like, why is she still tripping? But like I said, you do have those moments. I just figured out since both of them never got married and they have been friends for a long time, maybe they took the friendship to another level. No, no. And you know what? They didn't put that's a whole nother thing about the whole marriage thing. People be thinking like you have to get married now. You done took me to a whole nother subject. Now, check this out, Sankofa. So let me read what you since Gail got kids and she has been married. I'm sorry. Yeah. Right. I mean, but they still do what they do, but I don't think I just think Oprah and her are just good friends, just the best of friends. To have a friend like that. And she said that Oprah got her to where she is. Just think about that. If you had a friend that was that well known, that popular, that, you would want somebody to help you like that. Like, I love it. In some of the ways, I don't like some of their ways, but I love the bond that they have. They have a true, true bond, Sankofa. I'm so glad you on here tonight. What you doing up late anyway? You know what I mean? Oh my God, but I'm so glad you're on here. But okay, so that brings me to this subject right here. Okay. So I call him what is it? His wife. Okay, I gotta talk in code on here because I can't really say their names because I don't really want to say their names because I really don't like them like that. But anyway, if you heard this right here, kind of read between the lines where the somebody called somebody husband ugly. Oh, it did? Okay, good. Okay, good. I'm glad you are here. Somebody called somebody husband ugly, right? Hey, the battle's on. What's up? How are you? Wait a minute. Greetings. Happy Saturday. Less than 15 minutes. Okay, what's up? What you talking about? Okay, so somebody called somebody husband ugly, and so the lady got on there and she was like, "You don't call my husband ugly, blah, say blah." But okay, so the girl that put the post out, she was single or whatever, right? So then the woman that's talking about her husband and whatever, and she tried to check the girl, and she was like, "And you not married? Well, what married got to do with it? You don't have to. People think like you have to, but you really don't have to. What Battle Zone? What's going on with you? Where you been, Battle Zone? And how you doing?" Right. Which part said Kofa? You really don't. You can, and so that's why Oprah, because we have been tricked, and not saying that it's a bad thing. Not saying that it's a bad thing to be married. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can have an Oprah situation like she is with Stedman. You really can. And she got enough money. But when you learn this stuff that has been taught, like, God, there's so many questions that I have. Like, it is so many questions, Sankofa. Excuse me, I'm trying to fix this. It's so many questions that I have right now that I can't even, I don't even know. I just, oh God, I know, but I just, you working to keep the lights on, okay? I think we all doing that. But I hear you. I hear you. It's real out here. These electric bills high. Even if he got a face only, she could. It's not your place to point that out. Well, hey, I'm telling you, she did. She pointed it out. But guess what he said? You got to look this up. I don't really want to say it out, but guess what this person does? You don't, do you know who I'm talking about? You got to look this up. This person is horrible. This person is horrible, Sankofa. It's hard. Now, I wasn't in front of her. She just got on there. If you, okay, I'm going to give you these initials. SM. And he with them. I want you to look this up. Just look up. Somebody called somebody husband ugly. And see what he does. And I bet you won't say none of that. I bet you will not agree with anything that. Now, if he was a good guy, I could see that. But this guy is Dr. Evil. He is Dr. Evil, man. I don't want to say the name because these people that run this stuff is all affiliated. And this is what you see how my views are like, okay, so I'm over a 500,000, right? I'm almost at 600,000. I'm almost at 600,000 views. So that's over 500,000 views. And so they will not put your stuff out. Yeah, it's on YouTube. Or just Google it. Google it real quick and you will see what I'm talking about. I don't be saying their names when I just put pictures up when it comes to these jokers. Just read my screen sometimes. What I do is I put pictures up. So I don't want to get into the because I think how they got it set is where if you say certain words, then they, you know, can you do that? The Battle Zone. What's happening with you though? Where you at? He didn't left. I think Battle Zone left for this Sankofa. Sankofa, you still on here? Yeah, I'm like so glad you came. Man. Cause it started off with when it would just be me and you. Everybody else, like, people would come on here, but I think we would always be the last ones on here. So I appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad the game went off. Oh yeah, he definitely is. Inside and out. Inside and out, Sankofa. This man is, when I tell you, Sankofa, that this man is evil. He looked like Dr. Evil. He looked, you know how Dr. Evil be like, that is what he looked like, man. I told you his initials is SM. I'm going to give you the last one. Okay, S, then Miller. Then look that up. I'm telling you, the man is horrible. What he's doing right now to people, like, oh no. And the thing about it is, he is so evil. I'm going to say that word. Is that he been like this since he was little. Because they showed a picture of him on the bus. And so when he was on the bus, he was like, I want to teach what he wanted to do to melanin people. He said, I don't want to. Yes. 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 And comfort. Yes. Yes. You heard what he wanted to do with the melanin people. He said he don't want him to just, he wanted to do it slow. He wanted him to oh God, yeah. Correct. Correct. I have to watch it though. I can talk. I can if I want to, yes, but I have to watch it because you never know if you work watching your stuff. And I think my work do be watching my stuff because people be talking and I be hearing what they be saying, honey. I guess he is. He is. I guess he is with his raggedy self. He raggedy. But you got it. You got it. You got it. A whole mess. San Cofe, you in Texas? Where you at? I forget where you say, or did you ever say where you was? He is in a debate. Or so I don't know. He crazy. He with the devil. He with the devil. I don't mess around with him. His wife just is, she just is, oh, they look like brothers and sisters. They look like brothers and sisters. He is the man pushing the race. Yes, he is. Georgia. Okay, that's where you at. Okay. Yeah, he is the man that's pushing it. Like he is horrible because that person, I don't even think he all the way in here. Both of them ain't all the way here. But yeah, he's doing the pushing. Okay, you see what happened to Undy? You heard what I said. I'm talking in code. You heard what happened to Undy, the AG? I know you heard that. See, what happens is people do not understand when you are horrible to people, and this ain't nothing. This is just the law of the universe, man. You cannot do people dirty and don't think it's not gonna come around. I don't care. Yes. Yes. You see what's up with her? Oh my goodness. Like, lady, you can't be, and I be like, how do women be that evil? Like, I could not see myself being that evil. I can see it, like, because women, we are nurturers. We are the ones that really teach. Okay, we are the ones that really teach our children. You know, if you a good one, you gotta be a good one though. But yeah. So what you think about the person calling him ugly then? I mean, you kind of gotta play. Now we gotta play like they do. We gotta play like that. You can't be nice, you know. You cannot be nice to the people. Yeah, she did. She did. We gotta play like they play. We gotta play like they play because we ain't gonna it's gotta be done like that. Right, that's true. But yeah, I guess. I mean, oh no, sometimes you got, I ain't saying you got to do it all the time, Seiko. But sometimes you can't just do, you can't just let people do you like that. They do. They really do. They need to. But I mean, you think they really gonna do that? No, I think she was Asian. But then again, she may could have been blazing. Cause she wasn't blazing. She was could have been Caucasian, like Caucasian, or however they say the Caucasian and the oh gosh, I just moved my thing. Caucasian and Asian. That's what I think she was, but I can't. Her picture, maybe she was melanemic. She could have been melanemic. I don't know. Oh my goodness, Sankofa, I'm so glad you heard. But you know, I'm thinking I'm about to wrap it up. Oh my gosh. You came. Oh my God. Remember when we talked about the love language? We was really on that and we've never read the other book. I did get that book though. Better what was that? Let Them book. I did get that book. Did you ever finish that book? Get the cops to give him a ticket, maybe arrest him. Maybe. No way. I wish you could. Hannah, did we say hi to Hannah? Hannah rolled out. She came in and rolled out. Thank you, Hannah, for coming in. And the battle zone, what's up? I don't know where he went. He came in and left. But thank you for stopping in. And then we got crazy. Who was that crazy person on there? Talking like she had, I don't know what she was on. You know, they could go to a whole nother channel with that mess, but you ain't coming up in here like that. Okay, yeah, but remember the okay, you still here, all right. Um the what was we our next book was gonna be better. Wait a minute, anyway, I end up getting that book. Let Them Theory. I end up getting that book too. No, because I think you were supposed to pick one. The next one, I end up, and you know what? When I started talking about the Let Them Theory, that's when the mic started tripping. Well, I think you were supposed to pick the next book. That's what it was gonna be. I think I can't remember. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, but I did end up picking my one of the books. It was the Let Them Theory. I got that over there. I read it. That book is really good too. I really like that. And it was around prime time and when she gave her example of her daughter and how she was late with picking stuff. My son's prom was around that time and I was like, this is how my son was. But his dad ended up getting all his stuff. So I really didn't have to worry about it. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I was like, well, what you doing this? What you and he had all his stuff. His dad ended up getting all of it. I didn't have to worry about nothing. All I did was set him up to where when he walked down the stairs and he had on his I had the little black stuff. I had the little what you call them things when the people walk and you got those red things with the things I forget what they call, but I had those and a whole lot of balloons and yeah, I didn't have to worry about nothing. You do got them? You got that book. How did you like it? You gotta let people be. Just let them. Okay. Yeah, well, you pick a book then next time. Oh, you know what they do now? It's something totally different than what we used to do. Okay, you just started reading. Well, let's talk about it then. Battle Zone next time. What chapter you on? But with that Sankofa, that's a whole nother thing what they do. So up here, because you know I'm from Minnesota, I'm not from Minnesota, I'm from East St. Louis, but I live in Minnesota. But here in Sankofa, what they do is the boys go with the boys and then the girls go with the girls and then they meet up at the prom. Okay, that's how they go. And then they take pictures together and then they go to the prom, then they get an Airbnb. So that's basically what D did. I mean, my son did. They had it's not like what we do where they pick them up. Nope. he 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 went. His dad drove him because he had got a nice car, or whatever. And so he drove them. They went to a place. They took pictures. Then they got a party bus. I mean, it was a whole it's a whole ordeal, man. It's totally different from when we had dates and then we went to the prom. It's not even nothing like that. But yeah, yeah, yep. They get an Airbnb after the prom. It was really fun. He said he had fun, because that was his first time, other than going to the retreat, because they had a senior retreat. He was out, spent, oh my God, that was so hard. That was hard, that senior retreat. When it came to him being gone for the Thursday till Sunday, I have never experienced him going that long. And so that kind of helped me with um the B&B. I wasn't the Airbnb. I wasn't even scared or anything about that. Oh, you in the preface? Well, tell me what you think now, Battle Zone. We gonna have to, if you on next week, you read some chapters and then we can talk about it. Hey, who just popped in? How you doing? So yeah, he had a good time. And so now it's finna be a year. It is about to be a year. I said, young man, do you understand this is about to be a year that you have been out of school? I mean, he works and he go to college too. But I was like, gosh, that time flies. Like you see them, and they were in the crib, and I was like, oh my God, I almost had a moment there. So today we went out after we finished the bathroom, knocking it down so we can put the sheetrock up and stuff. And so I was looking at him, I was like, oh my goodness, you are such a handsome young man. And I was like, oh, and we can't have our phones when we having dinner. So we was out, we just put the phones down and we just talked and we just enjoyed each other. Because he had been over his dad's for a minute. Yes, he did. He went straight to college. Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah, they on summer break now. Yep. He went. And so I let him start we let him start, he don't gotta take a million classes. I was like, listen, we here, you don't have to take 50 classes. You can take your time. You can take your time. Yes, quality time is because he's out and he's driving and stuff. And so yeah, it's so nice to have. And my son is like 6'2". His dad's 6'5". He like 6'2". I'm 5'5" and a half. And he like 6'2". And so now I look at it, look up, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm so happy and proud of him. You know what? He like it. I think he like it, and I think it's only because he got those two classes. We just started off with two. And I said, as you want to build, you can build. But I want him to understand what he's doing because I only got. I'm almost done Sankofa. I'll be out next year, Lord willing. But I'm doing a summer class. I do summer classes and just stack it up, and so then I got to do my um what do I got to do? Intern, then I'll be it. So yeah, so with D, I wanted him to take his time so he can learn. I said I want you to understand what you're learning. Don't think you have to squish all this together. You can take your time and you will be able to retain it more when you do that. So that's what I have him do. And I did I wanted him to see how it works for me so he can kind of see you don't have to rush into it and you don't have to get into no debt. We can take our time with this and you can be okay and still work. So he works too. So psychology, which I took a psychology class. Let me tell you. So I talked to him about it. I was like, did you like your psychology class? Because I liked my psychology class because you really get to know how people minds. Oh God, the mind is something else, Sankofa. But yeah, he wants to be a psychologist. And then I think he want to be something else too. Like a whole do like, he want to do fashion and all this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, so that's it. That's it. Sankofa, thank you. And Battlezone, thank you. And whoever the third person is that's on her, thank y'all for coming tonight. Oh my goodness. No, no. I would if I had enough time, man, but because what I learned, what you think antisocial mean? Okay, Sankofa, tell me what you thought antisocial meant. I don't know nothing about the finals. Yes, Sankofa. I did a video on her. Wait a minute. What battle's on? Wait, the way people see me is their business. I don't have permission to control others. Okay, what you mean by that? I think I missed some battles on. Yeah, I saw that. You know what? I'm still trying to think about. No, no. I mean, that's a part of it, but I used to think that too. Like, oh, they're shy. They're this. No, they are impulsive. They are psychopaths. They are. Look it up. I want you to Google that right now. Look it up. I want you to Google that. We have been looking at antisocial so wrong. Okay, yeah, to let them. Okay, yeah, you don't need no permission. You don't, and then you don't have to try to. Okay, because okay, if you when you get to that part when she's talking about her daughter and the prom, and how she was trying to have her daughter just have everything in line, but her daughter was doing it her way. And so she said her other daughter told her mom, just let her. Because even though the mother in the Let Them book wanted the stuff to be like bam, bam, bam. And sometimes people want you to have your stuff so in line. Everything don't gotta be in line like that. No, no, it does not. And to people, when people find that out, and when ooh, you are going to be so much better. Let me see what you say. Antisocial generally refers to a behavior. Yep, attitude, personality traits that are hostile. Yep, harmful. I mean, yes, yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. We thought it was justice. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Antisocial is a whole different type of what we're dealing with. Like, let me tell you, what's the lady name that was over the breakers, the icebreakers? I forget her name. She is definitely one. They're impulsive, they're deranged, they don't care about anybody else but themselves. They are just, yeah. So you ain't antisocial. Antisocial is a whole nother thing. And so I was telling my friend, I was like, do you know what antisocial means? And he was like, it means, like I am. And I said, you like this? I was like, I don't think you like this. I said, you got it wrong. Me and my friend, we've been knowing each other since elementary. And I was like, no, I said, no, look it up. I want you to look this up right now. Right now. And he was like, Bernia, I did not know. And I'm like, yeah, we have been thinking antisocial was one thing, but it's not. So to answer your question, would I want to be a therapist now? Because the mind is something else. And okay, now to that Shanae Bryan or whatever her name is, you can tell that she's not a doctor. And the reason why I can tell that she's not a real doctor is how she responds, and she will not take responsibility for what she did. You're still my cousin is a doctor. She has a PhD in psychology. And when you may get worked up, her doctor mode pops in, like her psychology mode. She knows how to take that tone down. She knows it's like, and they're not supposed to do that on you or anything because that's not ethical. But I think they should, because that's how you help your family break the chains, right? And so that how she's responding to people when they say, present us your doctorate or whatever, you can tell that she's not, because she's not a professional. A professional is going to hold that, and they're going to be like, they're going to be in that professional mode. She is not a doctor. And you could tell that. You could tell just how she responded, because psychologists, their brains they're always they are always on, meaning to help you if you're a real psychologist. So I really don't think that she is. I think she want to be like Iyanla. That's what I really do think. Wait a minute. I noticed she has not a doctor when she started mentioning full names of her. What? What? Yeah, did she do that? You know what? What got me Sankofa is when she was on, what was that? Your Future Wifey, right? She said that she had been proposed to 3 times. Yeah, she broke the HIPAA. She broke it. She broke the HIPAA when she did not. So when she was on there, she said she had been proposed to 3 times, and she didn't get married. I said, what the hell wrong with her? Because I'm like, what? This is not even making sense. So when she was on his show, I just didn't think she was I don't know. I just thought the lady was lying. I always knew something was wrong with her. I just couldn't put my finger on it. And now that I know, I'm like, okay, now I see what that was. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, she broke the hip, but she was something else. I'm telling you. I don't know what's going on. It seemed like man, I just be trying to stay alive because and try to find the humor in this stuff. You got to. Y'all, what I've been watching is it's this I don't know what channel this is. I know she was she was sus. Wait a minute. Which part you thought she was sus. Like when you, if you saw her interview, I kind of thought she was because she had all. Why does she have all? It ain't nothing wrong with it if you want to dress like that. But I was like, how do they think men can concentrate if you got all this out? Because sometimes I be a little, be thinking like, oh, I'm showing too much. But she had all this out. Like, what is going? I was like, what? How can he concentrate? She was, yeah, she really was, though. I'm telling you, y'all, my battery is about to go out. I cannot believe we have been on here. Yeah, everybody wants clicks. And they're doing it in the wildest way, Sankofa. Like, I be like, I can't even get a lot of video people to watch all my videos. Like, I'm still trying to figure out how am I almost at a 500,000? Like, I'm over a 500,000. And I'm like, are they just not putting my videos out? Or what is going on? Is my titles? And I'm trying to work with how the titles go. But I'm not gonna even trip if they don't, because I enjoy this. I really do. Okay, Battle Zone, see you. And I'm about to get off because my thing that came on talking about battery low, y'all. Thank you. We've been on here for 66, well, hour and 6 minutes. Thank you. Then I listened to what she was saying. She was a hot mess. She was a hot mess, y'all. But thank y'all. Let me do my ending. Let me do my ending. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for coming in. The Battle Zone, Sankofa, Hannah, Loba. That's Anthony. That's Anthony. I forget. Anthony changed his title. But thank y'all so much for coming in, y'all. Listen. See y'all next Friday or Saturday. You know how it's gonna be. But I'm finna go and get me some sleep. That's what I'm about to do. All right. But listen, thank you to my new ones and thank you to my day ones. Y'all been riding with a girl, and I am so grateful. Well, that's it. That's all for me today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. See y'all. Take care.